It is Tuesday, January 14th. Probably won't put this on YouTube until we come back from a short trip we're making. I'm doing another short ride today. I'm duplicating the same ride that I did yesterday where I did my tip over, and all I did yesterday was just kind of show the tip over and how I got myself out of it. So today I'm going to do the same ride again, and I'm looking at a different part of the Mt Shasta area, which I thought was kind of nice. And I did a whole bunch of U-turns before I ever did that one that I laid her down. So hopefully I'll pay a little more attention and not have the brain fade that caused that tip over yesterday. That was a totally unnecessary tip over, but what can I say? Everybody makes mistakes. So I'm on South Old State Road at the moment. I am going to turn left onto Azalea. And normally on Azalea, then I would turn left again and go up to 89 to either east towards Susanville or turn west, which just a short distance gets me to the interstate, I-5. But this time I'm gonna, when I get to that place that I would be heading over towards 89, I'm gonna go right. Well, the bike says it's 51 degrees outside. Yowie, that's the warmest we've been. I couldn't begin to think how long. It's been a long time. We're still getting down below freezing every night, but during the daytime, it has just been like 40s and sometimes low 40s, but 51. It's the best we've had in a while. We haven't had precip here now in I'm not sure how long. At least 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and things are starting to dry out. So I will start by going to the right on Big Canyon Road. And my digital maps indicate that this would go all the way through to the Dunsmuir Airport, but it doesn't. It turns into just kind of a power line road, and they say road closed, so. But I'm going through a neighborhood that's got quite a few houses. Quite a mix of different kinds of houses. I'll go down to where this road, according to my Garmin and according to, Google Maps and so forth, says this is supposed to go through, and it just says end. Again, that's very common out here. Now this is a really, really turnaround, which means I'll probably drop it, who knows, but and again, that was not what I call Tigiri by any means. But I was trying to keep the RPM just a little bit higher and feather the clutch a little better, and I'll try to remember to do that on all my turnarounds. Now I'm turning onto Shasta Estates Drive. Okay. It looks like it's kind of a short connector. Now it's called Scenic Estates Trail. Well, I can go to the right here, and it makes kind of a little loop around. And you see on mailboxes, the houses, some of them are set back and kind of hidden. And there's quite the mix here. I think I remember from yesterday, there are a few places that just kind of have travel trailers, RVs or something on them, although there's some really nice houses out here too, so it's your typical country mix of things. There's just looks like people actually living maybe in a travel trailer, not sure. Yeah, I don't see a house there. Nice looking house up there. Again, there's a number of houses up here, but there's quite the variety. Now, the neighborhood Joline and I live in has a property owners association. Basically, it's the same as a homeowners association, but you could have property and not a home, I guess. And obviously there's no such thing out here because everything goes. You could have trailers, commercial stuff. Don't even have to have a house. You could be living in an RV on your property. So every neighborhood, it just depends on the rules, or in this case, would appear to be no rules. We used to be kind of in a no-rule neighborhood, and I kind of miss that. Got chased by a dog just a minute ago there. And this just tees into a street called Andrew Court. And I'll go down both ends of it, just get a look at what's here. Obviously there's a driveway right there up to some kind of a house. I don't know if there's any view of it from the road. May not be. Fairly heavily wooded and brushy. So I guess it gives a lot of, I don't want to say privacy to the houses. Okay, I want to make sure that I keep the RPM up and slip the clutch a little bit. If I do that, what happened yesterday just shouldn't happen again. If I get kind of lazy and I'm just kind of running at low RPM or I don't slip the clutch, I mean, that's one way for sure that you can stall the motor. And if you're leaning over or going around a UE like that, as I proved yesterday, it will send you down to the ground. Now, I mentioned this at the start. I talked about my ride yesterday, but by the time I publish this, I have a feeling it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks from now. I think my video caught that travel trailer out in front of my house, and we are getting ready to head for Southern California and Arizona for a little while. Okay, that was the end of everything on either side of that T. Nice views here, though, of mountains. Now, I came up here from the left, but I didn't go all the way to the end of this road on the right, so I will do that first. I'm saying I have a bad habit. Now that I kind of identified what happened to me yesterday, I'm going to try to break that habit where I start doing the UE, and instead of pulling the clutch in, I just kind of idle it around, and that's just a bad idea. Way too easy to kill your motor. And if you're leaning and expecting to have a little bit of power there when you need it as you go around the corner. Now that I don't know these things, I don't know. I forget things, and also I get careless and yada yada, but it's one thing about motorcycling. You've got to kind of stay in the game or you can pay a price. A little different pavement surface on this road than the others. Some big, nice houses. Looks like it's probably the expensive part of the area here. I'm not sure. Okay, give a little gas, feather the clutch. I got to get to the point where I just automatically do that again. I'm sure I used to, but wow. When you're doing a UE like that, you need to have a little power on tap when you need it. Now, if I turn right, this will take me directly back to Azalea Road. But there is one little piece of the neighborhood that I haven't gone through yet, so I will go left again. I'll do a right turn here, and that will get me on this tiny little section that when I came in, I didn't do this. Just from here to the next right turn, which is coming up pretty quick, I think. And actually, I have been on this part, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, looking at my GPS at this point, I've, with my track recorder, colored in all the lines for the roads in here, so I've been over them. So at any rate, I thought this was an interesting area. It's close to where I live. I just never drove out these roads before to see what was here. And I come on this little overpass all the time, but I usually don't go into that neighborhood I was just in. I turn the other way and head for 89. Okay, what I'm doing next is going over to the Dunsmuir Airport. So I'm now heading for Mott Road, and that will allow me to cross under the interstate and take another left, which will take me up to the Dunsmuir Airport. When we first moved here, we asked one of our neighbors, who we knew had a travel trailer, or a fifth wheel actually, but where do you store it? Because in the past, we always just kept our travel trailer on our property, and we can't do that in this property that we're in now. And he said he kept his in a hangar out at the Dunsmuir Airport. So, So I called him up and asked him, if it's possible to store a trailer out there, and he says, nope. And my assumption is now that my neighbor I took to probably owned an airplane, and or he's a retired highway patrolman, knows everybody under the sun, and they're willing to let him do it, but as general no. So we found a different place to store a trailer, which is actually very close also. Inexpensive and a good place to put it, so. And oh boy, is this ever a potholed road. Very common thing this time of year, but they never seem to grade this. It seems to just stay equally potholed year round. I'll have to come out here sometime in the spring, early summer, see if they actually run a grader over this. This is really the only frontage road that will get you to Dunsmuir. Other than that, you have to do the interstate. There's some other roads that look like they would get you there, but they're all blocked. Not allowed. And it's also why, if you get an eye on this, I'm standing up and going through some rough stuff here. If the interstate gets closed, they never route people over this. So if the interstate's closed, you're just stuck until the I-5 gets opened again. You get some real snarls in there when you get a wreck. Now, I'm not sure where Mott Road goes if I go straight ahead there. The way I'm going now is going to get me to the airport where I get the tip over. And assuming I get past that without another tip over, I may try going further down Mott Road, which I just turned off of. Mott Airport Road, it says. When I turn on the road that takes you into the airport or by it, whatever, anyway, you get a few views of it. And that road ahead of me is the one that is supposed to go through, but I see another sign up there that says end of road. They just don't want you using that as a through road. Now the sign says Dunsmuir Airport, and if I turn my head to the right, you can see the runway and hangars down there and a big gate. That doesn't look like the main way people would go in, however. Another gate, that could be the main road people take in. I'm guessing it is. And right up here, coming right up, is where I tipped it over yesterday. And my gut feeling is that road right there, the dirt road up there, I don't think is the way people would take in. I think people that have planes and hangars there have keys to the gate and they're going through there. guess I'll go to the end of this. I can already see the sign up there that says end of this road. And again, my digital maps here, that should be a way you can go through, but you can't. So I'm backtracking at the moment, but instead of turning right and going under the interstate right away, I will continue on this road a little ways to see what's down there, but I think it's going to end pretty quick. Okay, new road again. I have not been down this one before. So far, a good road. Maybe this does go somewhere. Somebody's private driveway over on my left. All fenced in, whatever they've got going on up there. Log truck traffic, road goes on to the left, there's a gate to my right. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go up there. Save it for another day. With that, I think I'm just going to head home. So that's the end of the exploring new places. I'll probably get a few more videos posted in the next month or so, but perhaps not that many. I'm scheduling a revision of my partial knee replacement to a full knee replacement. The partial just never really worked out that well. I've had to give up mountain biking and a whole bunch of other activities. I can't walk very far right now, and so I'm going to roll the dice again and hope that it turns out a little better this next time.